Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. Shiloh Henderson fixed her raggedy, stanky mouth to call a 5-year-old autistic boy the N-word. After she got called out, this uncivilized mutt started crying white tears, and people came to her defense after she started a fundraiser to relocate from her home because it was so dangerous. How is it dangerous for a racist? I mean, stand on it, right? Racists be stand on it, because the guy who was filming said, "What did you say? Say it again. I dare you. I triple dare you. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again." And she said it again. She was not in fear for her life. She's not afraid at all. She was rather brave. And she played the other racists out there because she knows there is a constituency of uncivilized mutts just like her who will pay, who will fund others who behave like uncivilized mutts. Why would they do that? Because number one, it protects them and their faith. They got faith in that racism. It protects their ideologies. It also puts them in a position where if they were to get accused of something similar, then they would also have support. That's what that's about. They really don't care about Shiloh Hendricks. She's just a tool for, the games that they play, right? She's just a tool. That's it. They don't care nothing about her. Just like they care nothing about Austin Metcalf. And speaking of Austin Metcalf, the fundraiser for Carmelo Anthony, who was charged with killing Austin, has absolutely no comparison to the one where Shiloh Hendricks used a racial slur. First and foremost, Carmelo Anthony was arrested, charged, and bonded out of jail. He was afforded what we call, under the law, due process, innocent until proven guilty. On the other hand, this uncivilized mutt assaulted a 5-year-old autistic boy who could absolutely not defend himself even if he wanted to. Now, why would she do that? According to her, the boy stole something out of her child's bag at the playground. Now, you know damn well that's not enough to call a child a derogatory word like that. You know that's not enough. That's just something she was already calling them. She just said it out loud. And she's definitely used the word a whole lot of times before that. And she's definitely an uncivilized mutt who was likely raised by uncivilized mutts. You see, they don't wake up and just become like that overnight. They get it from their mammies and their pappies and their grandpappies and grandmammies. That's where it comes from. And all of these uncivilized mutts who donated to her fundraiser, they're just like her. And they're raising uncivilized mutts to behave just like they do, just as they were raised to be that way. So here's the thing. So the Rochester Police Department called themselves doing an investigation. At least they say that they were doing an investigation. And at this point, the investigation has concluded. They've turned it over to the DA's office, and the DA is going to make a decision at some point. They can't say exactly when because they want to make sure that they do their due diligence. And they're going to make a decision whether or not this uncivilized mutt is actually charged. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to matter one way or the other. I think that people should look at her criminal history. She looks like a criminal. She looks like an uncivilized mutt who has been behaving that way for a long time. I can guarantee you she has a lengthy criminal history. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you this ain't the first time that she's done something like that. And I can guarantee you that that little boy that she had, or that little girl, whatever she was holding on her hand, is going to be exactly the same way. And they are going to actually encourage other people to behave that way. Her behavior is going to rub off on other kids and other people who see, well, damn, you mean I could have an episode like that and come up? You mean I'm not going to get penalized for acting like an uncivilized mutt? I can use racial slurs toward a 5-year-old kid and get there $1 million? The uncivilized mutt has a goal of $1 million on Give, Send, Go. $1 million. And by the way, Give, Send, Go is the same platform that hosted Carmelo Anthony's fundraiser. Again, there is no comparison between the two. But Give, Send, Go, in my opinion, has no integrity because they allow anybody to come on their platform and raise funds for any cause whatsoever. They have zero credibility, in my opinion. And that's notwithstanding what they did with the Carmelo Anthony case. I think Carmelo Anthony should have absolutely been allowed to raise funds, or at least the people who's raising the funds for him should have been allowed that opportunity. I don't believe bad behavior should be rewarded under any circumstance. I know some of y'all saying, well, you know what Carmelo did, that's bad behavior. He killed somebody. Killing somebody in self-defense is not bad behavior. That's self-preservation. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing how when non-whites access the same systems that people like Daniel Penny and Kyle Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman access, people got a problem with it. It was cool when the uncivilized mutt raised over $500,000 in a few days. But when the NAACP in Rochester raised over $341,000 in one day for the youngster and his family, it became a problem. See what I'm saying? When they do it, it's cool. When we do it, it's a problem. Right now, I don't know why they really took that GoFundMe down for the kid. They claim that the parents asked them to take it down. Why they would do something like that, I have no idea, because it's bigger than this actual family. Donating to that fund, that fundraiser, it shows that Black folks have come around to the idea that it takes money to make things move in this country. We got the money. What we have been lacking is the will, the collective action to do something about it. See, it blew their mind when all that money was raised for Carmelo Anthony. That hurt him. This is really in response to Carmelo Anthony getting the help that he got. That's really why they are giving her all of that money. They're trying to prove a point. See? That's all this is. That's all it's about. They don't give a damn about her. If she died today, they'll be move on to the next cause that can help them in their twisted ideologies. They care nothing about her. And the trip part about it is she don't care about them either. She's an uncivilized mutt. Uncivilized mutts only care about themselves. I mean, look at the guy in the White House. I rest my case. No more talk.